Hey everyone, welcome to the Stranded Podcast by 3 Strands Young Adults, where we talk about faith, life, and everything in between. Whether you're feeling lost, looking for direction, or just in need of some real talk, we're here for you. We're so glad you've tuned in today.
Each week, we dive into topics that matter to you: relationships, purpose, struggles, and stories of how God is showing up in the everyday. Our goal is to help you find your feet when life feels like you're stranded and remind you that you're never truly alone.
Let's get into it.
What is up, podcast people? Welcome to another day, another episode of our 3 Strands podcast. As you can tell, we got some friends here with us. I'm Josh, Kayla, but then we have some new friends, Stephen and Betsy here. Man, honored you guys are here with us today. Man, just a quick backstory how we even got to meet you guys. It's pretty wild. Kayla, my wife, you guys know Kayla. She was, actually you can tell. How did this come about?
I think Stephen came up on the Explore page again, and I see him up there all the time because I used to do bodybuilding. And so every time you would talk about bodybuilding and being Christian, I was like crazy. And then so I saw like a "we moved to Charlotte" thing, and I immediately went straight to like his thing, and it was like your management email or whatever to email you. And I always do that. And I was like, hey, we're in Charlotte too. We're also like expecting, we're married too. Like, you want to talk, meet up, and hang out? And then he immediately responded. And I was like, wait, Josh, they actually like, this is so cool.
They actually care about people.
Yeah,
they responded.
normally people don't. And I was like so excited. So that kind of got us here at least. It's been fun.
Yeah, we met up. We had coffee 2-3 weeks ago, somewhere around there. Talked for a couple minutes, maybe an hour or so. Mm-hmm. And just hearing how y'all's life, your stories, our stories, man, have a lot of similarities. To be like, man, we should probably share these stories because it'd be beneficial, man. So excited to do that today, to share our stories. But real quick, a little bit about you guys, for everybody who doesn't know you guys. How long have you guys been married? When did you move to Charlotte? Something cool that you like doing, or maybe something cool you don't like doing. I don't know. Just real quick, man, who are you guys?
You want me to go first?
Go for it.
Which cameras should I be? I tried to check all of them. I try to do like a pan from right to left. Is this me?
That's professional right there.
So my name is Stephen. We've been married 2 years, just about.
Yeah.
This is Betsy, my wife.
Nice
We moved to Charlotte from Richmond, Virginia. We've been here for 4 months. What about you? What were the other
Let's
questions?
What was the other one?
What is something unique about me?
Yeah. Anything cool about you?
Or
Or like maybe it's not cool, but it's still unique. But we'll still say
do
it's
you want
cool.
to answer for each other?
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Plot
sure.
twist. Plot twist.
All right.
The cool thing about Steven, if you get to know him really well, he's very outgoing, very bubbly, and he could make friends with a tree. He is
I can
able
see
to
that.
talk to anybody.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was actually listening to you that time. I didn't think about yours. Introduce yourself. Talk about your name and
Okay.
and how long we've been married, and then I'll think about it.
Betsy.
And a little bit more about yourself. I'm still listening.
Okay. We got married May of 2023, so a little over 2 years. Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
All right.
Something really cool about Betsy is she's from the Philippines.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, like parents in ministry. That
Yeah,
makes
her-
Oh,
sense.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Her parents are missionaries in the Philippines. She's not Filipino. She's American, but she lived there for 18 years. And when she moved to the United States, she met me shortly after.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Let's go.
We should have done, what was it, like, what is something you're not proud about?
Not proud of,
Oh
but
my.
it's like,
Do you want to do that one too?
What is
you
that?
have anything you're not proud of?
But it was like something you're not good at. I think that was your
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, we're
That'll be a
going
little
deep
better.
with that.
What is
Your
the
biggest
answer for each
regret.
other? Something Betsy's not proud of.
We've only done like premarital counseling once, so.
Man, what? Something Betsy's not good at.
Oh, gosh. Lots
tread
of
lightly.
things.
I think she is not good at trusting herself in social situations. She's really fun, and she's
As we're doing a podcast.
and yeah, she can make anyone like her, and she's so fun and so good with people. But before she goes into a big room, she thinks she's not good at that, and she shuts herself down before she even tries.
This is a backhand. Not good at, isn't it?
It's going to be like the conversation on the drive home.
So, Betsy, we got 24 minutes on this podcast. We'll let you fill the time.
It
No, that
is-
was a
I-
good thing. I'm just saying, like, you are
Yeah.
very likable and very outgoing. But
No, yeah.
before you even get in the situation, you
Good
like
save, good
disqualify
save.
yourself.
Yeah. So I have to say something you're not good at.
Yeah.
Pulls the notes app out.
You're getting better at this.
Ooh, okay.
So it's not something you're terrible at right now, but
listening without the intent of fixing is something we're working on, and it's gotten a lot better since we've gotten married. But that is something you're
Well, if
working
you know
on.
the secret, let me know.
I've been actively working on it. Well, that's really good. Thank you.
Man, that's
I
awesome.
know exactly what you would say.
What, something you're not good at?
Yeah.
Man, well, while we're here, mine as well. And this is
Maybe
also
black and
a
white.
beautiful blessing in very rare situations. But in the 98% of the time where it's not that rare situation, it tends to not be the most fruitful way to navigate. She's very black and white. Like, it's either absolutely amazing or absolutely terrible. Like, that person is the best person in the world or absolute garbage. This idea, best idea you've ever thought of, or why would you even think something that terrible? Just everything is
Josh
black
will
and white.
make like a graphic or something, and I won't know that he made it. I'm like, who made this? This is like terrible, and he just like,
I said, yeah, it's awful. Who made that graphic?
At least you're honest about it.
yeah.
So we're working on the gray area, compromise, a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
I'm not working on it.
I like
See,
that.
black and white. There we go.
Exactly.
There we go. What a live example.
That's amazing.
You got anything you want to throw out?
Oh yeah, sure. Which one? I'm just kidding. This one like humbled me because I used to hate it so much, but Josh is like very non-emotional. Like, and that was like a huge problem like in engagement and things, because I'm like, how am I going to marry someone who doesn't show like their emotions? And I've learned that he shows them in different ways, but then we've been through a lot of stuff to where like I'm extremely emotional and he has to be at the rock of everybody and make it work, and then it like slapped me in the face like, oh, never mind.
Only do it.
You mow the lawn. That's how you show the emotion.
That's literally all the emotion
goes out
goes
with the
into
leaf blower.
lawn mowing, but
Free therapy.
Lawn care.
Man,
so
that's
good.
awesome. And we have when we're just grabbing coffee, seeing not only you and I, our testimonies, our stories, having a lot in common, which hopefully on future episodes we'll be able to unpack, man, because they're awesome. But just from stages of life, like both of us having a baby, it could be any hour or any week. Both having baby boys. Kayla will be 40 weeks pregnant this Saturday. You guys will be 39 this Saturday. Both having boys. So it's like, man, this is cool, man. So just meet other people the same season of life, young, married, man, excited about that. And would love to kind of open the door, hearing about y'all's pre-marriage. Well, first, how long were you guys dating for?
We dated for 2 years. We started dating November of 2020,
Let's go.
and we got married May of.
Oh, so COVID
2019.
dating. Did you guys have to like wear a mask on the first date?
Yes,
actually.
To Target. Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, your first date was
Who made
Target?
who made the first move out of
Oh
curiosity?
my.
Me, 100%.
Okay.
Wait, how do you guys feel about females making the first move?
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. I
Yeah.
think that in
It
college,
worked. We got married.
I think in college, as like young adults, sometimes it can give the wrong message maybe to the guy that they should not pursue. So I'm always a big advocate for men making the first move, but it works, obviously.
Amen.
I think me pursuing made it better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not married. Dating for 2 years. How long were you guys engaged for?
6 months.
6
So
months.
quick with that. I
Yeah.
try to sit there and process.
November
it before-
14th till May 14th. Exactly 6
That's
months.
awesome. So engaged for 6 months and then just hit 2 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Man, so all together 4 years and 6 months of being together, which is awesome, man. Celebrating that. That's an awesome thing. Pre-dating, what was y'all's mindset not pre-dating, right when you guys started dating?
Yeah.
And what was the mindset as you guys know, all right, hey, this relationship is getting serious, engagement's around the corner. Man, what did that look like from a boundary perspective? Like, what were some things that you would look back on and say, hey, when we were dating, I wish we would have tightened up here? To whatever comfort level.
You take it away first?
Yeah. So when we first started dating, we were not actively pursuing the Lord. I would say we were probably believers. I definitely was. It was little. You can touch on that later if you want to. And so that in and of itself definitely affected things a lot. We didn't really set boundaries per se. We said no sex. That was like the extent of like what our boundary was. And we went very quickly, like very fast in the first like 4 months of our dating relationship. And we kind of had like a come to Jesus moment, like around the 4 or 5 month part of dating where we were like, we need to take a step back because this is like, we're already feeling the like burnout of like, we've done honestly everything except sex at this point. And so we need to take a step back and really feel like, what's our point in this relationship? Are we going to try to make this work and be serious? And so that's kind of when we drew the line a little bit. It should have been back further, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But you can kind of keep going from there.
I think that's exactly what I was going to say. I think that's really good.
Do you guys remember like anything that convicted you? Like, was it like a sermon, or like, do you see something on Instagram, or like just the holy conviction?
I think we kind of crashed and burned. I think it was like all out for 4 months, and then I think in a good way though, we became really good friends, I think. And then
We lost a lot of friends in the process.
Yeah.
We isolated ourselves.
which I think contributed to the kind of seeking physical affirmation, because we were isolated, and I think we got really lonely because of our community. We kind of just pushed our community away.
Yeah.
Which was a product of our actions for sure. And we went to a Christian school, and if you're out till 3 a.m., not a good sign. And we were out till 3 a.m. and a lot of my friends were like, I think just kind of were like, hey, we'll let them do their thing. And I think we just isolated ourselves because we felt like, I mean, obviously zooming out, we could tell like, oh, they probably were like, what's going on? But we took that as like, oh, they don't want to talk to us anymore. We're going to become even closer because we are all we have. And then we just kind of crashed and burned. And then it was like, oh, we should probably zoom out and go talk to our friends again and figure out boundaries and get guidance on this relationship.
No, that's awesome. And man, that's encouraging. And I think great for young adults to hear the hope aspect. I was sharing with you guys, we did a live Q&A this past Monday, and 3 questions were texted in: what to do if you're in a relationship and are unequally yoked. I'm not saying you guys were unequally yoked, but you could just sub out unequally yoked and say, when you're in a relationship and both not fully chasing after Jesus as hard as you can, you guys had the come to Jesus moment, but it did not result in breaking up. It resulted in staying together, or did it almost? Here we go, look out.
No, I'll let you finish before I answer.
Did it? That'd be the best question then. What was different about it to where it didn't result in a breakup?
Yeah, well, I'll just answer the smiling situation. Well, so when we were isolated, I had a moment, and looking back at it, it was probably the Holy Spirit just kind of working in my heart. I realized I'm a very extroverted person. I needed my guys around me. I needed all my friends, and I felt like we had really pushed everybody away. And I went up to Betsy and I was like, hey, I have no friends. I think we need to take a break because I want to go like reach out to them. And when you're in like an early relationship, you're in the honeymoon phase of like, let's hang out every night. Let's go on a date. Like, wow, we're soulmates. Wow, we're in college. Wow, there's so many things that we can go do. We can go get ice cream. We can go hang out, and we can go be crazy. And then I think it was like 3 months in, I was like, I think I should take a break and go talk to my friends again. And then you didn't like that. But I was like, this is probably what we should do. And I think after we kind of like zoomed out and came back, I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
This might be a good thing. We didn't break up, but I think we just needed like some breathing room.
Yeah, there was like a week of like no contact pretty much.
Yeah.
And we actually have a picture together on the Sunday that like we started speaking again. We went to church together.
Amazing.
And it was, and so it was just like a cool, like, I think he needed it for sure.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had a very negative view on breaks. It's like, if you're going to take a break, well, let's just break up. Like, I don't want to do this kind of thing. And
Are
so,
you also black and white, as my lovely wife is?
I don't know about black and white. I just had a previous relationship where a break was just not a good time for me. And so I think it was just like a PTSD of like, I'm going to get back from this break and you're just going to break up with me anyways. So why are we making this time? So I think that was like my whatever, but he definitely needed the break, I think. Whether or not I needed it, I think he did, and it made him a better boyfriend at the time after he came back from it.
So at that 4-month come to Jesus moment was the next, what is that, year and a half of dating, then engagement, more community brought in, if you will? So you were not as isolated as before?
We had to do a lot of mending of relationships. It took a long time. My parents were not on board with our relationship pretty much up until we got married. And so a lot of the dating relationship, we spent mending that with them and trying to bring them into this relationship that they felt like they didn't have any place in because we had put them in that place. So yes, very slowly. I would say it took probably like 5 months for friends to like start being consistent again.
Yeah, but you guys were intentional about pursuing that.
Yes.
Even if it didn't magically happen overnight. You guys, at least in the back of my mind, hey, I know we do not need to be as isolated as previously. Would that be fair to say?
Yes. I'm trying to think about it more. I think we definitely, because we left college, we went home, and I think in that aspect was isolating again, because all of our college friends went back home and we had graduated. And I think that's probably where it got worse in terms of the emotional boundaries. I think when we were at school, we were kind of like, for lack of a better word, I guess, contained.
Yeah.
But when we went home, that was easier for me because I got my own place and you would come over, and we were like considered adults at that point. So there wasn't a lot, unless we had like really tight friendships.
Yeah.
Which we didn't at that time. No one was going to be like, hey, I think you're kind of like being sus about this.
Yeah.
But we were able to be like, oh, we're adults. We're going to go hang out. Oh, it's getting so late. You should probably stay. No,
Yeah.
don't go home. Like, you have work in the morning. We're not going to do anything crazy.
So jumpstart to that point in y'all's story where nobody officially moved in, but sleepovers.
Of course.
Wait, real quick. I wanted to touch base on like the dating part of like not being in community, because I feel like that happens all the time. Like we see it with our young adults constantly, is that like we'll have someone who's like on fire for the Lord constantly showing up, and then they get in a relationship and they completely fade themselves out and they ghost. And they're still on fire for the Lord, I believe, but it's just that idea that they go out, and then like, would you have wished like one of your friends would have been like, hey, like, or like, how would you guys wish that those people who were just silent and left would have handled things?
I can go first.
Yeah.
Well, I think in terms of our spiritual lives, you were like an RA and you were a spiritual leader with your girls in the hall when we were dating, and I was not. I think you were much more active, like I think in spiritual activity, because you had to be. You had to host these community groups. You were all around. And I think when we started dating, I pulled you away from that. I think I was very unequally yoked at that point. And I was like, no, we should just hang out and spend time. And I think you loved that idea. I think you were just like, man, a boyfriend, this is awesome, a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a hint of like, good to do a little pre-screen check if this guy's actually a leader, because I wasn't. And I was like, I wasn't intentionally trying to pull you away from what you're doing, because I love that you were an RA. I think that was like, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. A spiritual leader. And me being toxic in that way and really not knowing who I was, I was like, let's go, like, come on. Like, and then it set a bad example for you, because all of your girls then saw that, how late you were out, and all the different things. So that was tough. I think you made me your identity, and then I was just like, well, this is fun.
Yeah.
And I pulled you down.
Yeah, I'm definitely a follower. I like having someone to follow, and I would say you have like very strong leadership qualities. You were just leading in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of veered from what I was doing for sure. So yes, to answer your question, I definitely wish we would have had friends, because instead of friends being like, hey, maybe you should stop, it was like I like had my RA partner just like tattled on me kind of to our RD about certain stuff, which I'm glad she did, but like I wish she would have been like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? Like is this deeper than you just like staying out till 3 a.m. every night? But it was just kind of like, you're in trouble. It wasn't like I love you and this is what I'm seeing and this is not good for you. One, you're not getting sleep, you're doing terrible in school, like everything. So.
Got hickeys on your neck.
Yeah.
And I think, and then also like, that's such a good point, because the friend thing was so isolating. I think you just weren't doing good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I gave you a little bit of relief and answers to that temporary problem, when she could have been like, not her specifically, but you would have liked a friend to be like, hey, like what's actually going on?
Yeah.
But it was just a mix of isolation and that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So call your friends nicely.
Community, man, community.
Yeah.
So jumpstart or fast forwarding,
Yeah.
man, to the aspect where, because you, I just lost my train of thought. Jumpstart too fast. You guys, nobody was this engagement where nobody was like moved in officially and stuff like that, but just hey, it's late, let's not drive home. I got a couch here.
Yeah.
Was this engagement or dating?
This was in both, probably. I think
Not as much in dating.
later dating, and then
Yeah.
definitely engagement.
Yeah.
So real quick, what got you guys to that place? But then would love to hear the redemption side and the other side of it. Like I don't want to dwell on that so much, but just real quick to everybody out there listening that may also justify, like, hey man, it is late. I don't want you to drive. It's raining outside. It'd probably be better if you just crashed here. Like, what did you guys see that was damaging you guys without even knowing it? Would probably be the best way to ask that. To where if you could hit the rewind button, you would say, man, I wish I would have known not to do this, not to have sleepovers because of fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Go first? You want me to?
You go for it.
I think.
What a leader.
Yeah. I think the problem was we justified it, and I talked about in this video. We justified the fact that we weren't, because we had kind of done everything that we wanted to do in the dating process. And we were kind of like, this is not like as fun anymore. We're going to get married. Like, and that was kind of like a screen that we put over everything of like, we're not actually pushing any sexual boundaries. Like, this is cool. People who do this, or people that spend the night are having sex. We're not doing that. And there was like a justification of like, well, we're literally just spending the night. But I think in hindsight, there was a reason we didn't have very many close Christian friends. There was a reason we weren't super involved in our church at the time. It was because like, we weren't doing anything, but it was affecting like our witness. And anyone who knew like, oh, she spends the night, like, oh yeah, but like, don't worry, like, it still put that like planted that seed of like, well, why not just be above reproach? Like, why do you need to do this right now?
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing for me, because looking back is like everyone who knew that, everyone in our life didn't think that we were super spiritually mature, because it wasn't like, oh, they're just so good with their boundaries. Like, no, they're just pushing emotional boundaries, and it was tough.
Yeah. I think also we like, especially in the dating phase, we made excuses a lot because, I mean, when you're not living together on purpose, you're not getting a place together, you're paying for your own places. So it's like expensive. So it's like, okay, well, I was living with his parents at the time when he moved out right before we got married. And so it's like, well, the hospital I work at, it's closer to your apartment. I work night shifts anyways, so I might as well just like crash at your place because it's closer. I don't have to drive all the way to your parents' house. And so I think we had enough excuses in our pocket to where if anybody would have said anything, we had something to say. And I think too, when we moved to Richmond, it was a lot more isolating versus when we were in Lynchburg right after college. We didn't have as many friends that would call us out like that. If we were in Lynchburg, we probably someone would have said something, whether or not it would have been in truth and love, but it would have been said for sure.
And I think the biggest thing was we weren't really involved in a church. And if we were, it would have taken like 2 conversations for us to feel convicted, because someone would be like, oh, like, you guys driving together, like if there was just like a few questions, we were probably like, oh, maybe we should have done this. So that was the biggest thing, is be involved in a church.
That's like shining light in a lot of dark spaces, right? Because probably all the young adults listening today in 2025, and all the ones who are listening from 2000 to the past 25 years, was, hey, as long as we're not having sex, right? That's, hey, we're good. We can move in, we can hang out, stay up late. We're not having sex, right? And that, be good. Like, hey, yes, don't have sex. Like, that's an awesome thing. But shining the light on, man, it was damaging our witness. Like, it was pulling us away from community. It was pulling us away from the church. It was probably not setting you up for the best, healthiest start of marriage. Like, shining the light. Like, your guys' story is shining the light on those things that I'm praying young adults would open their eyes and see, man, it's bigger than just don't have sex.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, you're good. That was just one of the things I remember reaching out to you. I showed Josh, because really quick, we'll probably have an episode on this. I like hate Instagram like influencers that like use God as like a boost kind of, rather than like completely like just full transparency. And so for me to like reach out, I was like, wait, this is so cool, because like how vulnerable you kind of post of like your guys' life and just all the different things, to where whenever I was like, no, Josh, like this guy's pretty cool, like him and his wife, like they let it rip to everybody of like things that they've struggled with. And it's not, we're this perfect Christian couple, we got married, we pretended nothing happened, and then we got married and all of this stuff. Or like you just admit your wrongs. And like that's what Josh, like as a pastor, he'll just randomly say things on stage without like running it past me, but I'm okay with it, because it's like,
It's like,
I
hey,
never
guys,
know.
last night, I need to tell you this one
He's
thing
always
Kayla
like,
said.
no,
Kayla
because
really
he's always like, me and my wife,
here.
and I'm like, what is she gonna say? While we were dating, and I was like, like, but that's something that like I completely love about your guys' relationship and about how you use a platform, because some people use it in a different way. But I just thought it was so beautiful because it sheds light to like all these things. So that was just something I loved.
Man, we'd love to hear. We got 3-4 minutes here. The redemptional aspect to this, man, because even y'all's story, even hearing a lot of common denominators. One, the community piece, big common denominator. The presence of it, having a lot of healthy influence. The absence of it, still having a lot of influence, but just in a not so good way. Hearing just the way you guys are having this conversation now, like it seems like you guys are in a very healthy spot. The way you're like, every word you choose it, you frame it in a way that you're taking accountability of. Like, I don't
There's
even know
no shame.
if you're doing it subconsciously or not. Like, just you, man, taking accountability for everything is cool to hear. But the redemptional aspect of dating, hey, we didn't break up. We did hit a pause button, but dove back in. with more intentionality. Then through the engagement, had another pause button, wake up moment, to where you guys are now married for 2 years. Man, what's just one of the highlight to where if you were, going back to right when you guys first met, you would say, hey, stick it out, because this is either what Jesus got for you. Like, this is the Jesus story at the end of it. This is the redemptional story at the end of it. Man, we'd love to hear just kind of the redemptional bow on top of it all, if that makes any sense, because that was a lot of work on there.
I'm brewing over it. You're a lot quicker with these.
Yeah.
Do you have anything yet?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of different things I feel like you could tie with the bow that have to do with it, but
You could frame it as like, what would you tell Betsy?
yeah. I mean, I feel like definitely like you said, the community aspect is such an important thing. I think when you're in college, at least I didn't realize how important my friends were. And my whole life, my friends had basically shaped who I was as a person. And I didn't realize it. So when they were all gone, it was like, okay, wow, like I feel like nobody but this guy's here. And so I definitely would have wished that.
That was really good.
I wish I would have had either a friend or me to tell myself at 20 when we started dating that like the friends that are around me, the girls that are around me are really important. If they don't agree with what I'm doing, I should probably listen to them. That doesn't mean we need to break up.
That's a good line right there.
Yeah. Even if they're not saying we need to break up, like even just taking more time to be with those friends. Because now we always say like we miss college and being able to hang out with all those people, and they've all spread out across the world now. So it's just like different. But I definitely wish I would have like taken my girls and like held on to them a little tighter when I feel like I definitely needed them. So
That was really good.
sorry, I yacked.
No, that was incredible.
perfect.
I don't know. I think the way it played out, we wouldn't be here without it. And I think it took really extreme highs and lows for me to let that be part of my story and the Lord to use that. I think the biggest thing for me was, obviously the Lord made me to be some sort of a leader, whether that's our household or with our friends. And I think the longer that I was living in that sin, the longer I was being pushed back from what he had planned for me. And I think now that we're able to heal through that, and now that I can just like yap to all these people on the internet and to our friends, I think that is me being able to kind of align with God's will for our life. And all of my guy friends now are able to kind of come to me and be like, hey, how did you work through that? Like, I'm struggling with that too. I saw that video, or how do I approach marriage, or like, how do we not live together, or what was the pros and cons? And I think the longer I pushed it away, the longer I was holding those gifts that the Lord had given me. So,
man, let's go. Let's go. Man, that's awesome. Awesome, encouraging story, right? To hear that, but only 2 years into marriage. Man, we'll be at a year. July 29th. So in 13 days, we'll hit a year.
Oh my goodness, so much July.
Man, so it's cool to hear. Man, it's refreshing to hear two people coming together in a, hey, I want to share my story because it's going to be powerful for other people to hear. So hopefully, man, if you're out there listening, it was powerful for you to hear and bring community in, wherever relational stage you are in. But man, let's go. Appreciate you guys being on here for this episode. We're about to record another one, so pump for that. But appreciate you guys being on this episode. And everybody else listening, we'll be back next week for the part 2 of this episode. So we'll catch you guys next week. Look at that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Stranded Podcast by 3 Strands Young Adults, where we talk about faith, life, and everything in between. Whether you're feeling lost, looking for direction, or just in need of some real talk, we're here for you. We're so glad you've tuned in today.
Each week, we dive into topics that matter to you: relationships, purpose, struggles, and stories of how God is showing up in the everyday. Our goal is to help you find your feet when life feels like you're stranded and remind you that you're never truly alone.
Let's get into it.